everybody. Are we on? I think we're on.
Yes. Oh, here we
Oh,
go. Hi.
hello, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to week one of our Success Mastermind of our beautiful event that we're running over the next 4 weeks just for you to help you kickstart the year successfully. So today we are working on breaking through old stories, creating new amazing ways forward, and really just breaking through those old stories, old beliefs, and things like that.
Yeah.
So, really, what we wanted. Did you want to start on talking a little bit about what the limiting beliefs are?
Yeah, so that's probably a great place to start on what a limiting belief is. So, a limiting belief is a story that we have either made up from an event or we know to be true from an event. And then it's created this trapped energy in our body. Hello, whoever's on. It's created this trapped energy in our body and it's creating this limiting belief for us. So it's essentially holding us back from being our truest potential and from reaching our truest potential because the energy is just trapped. It creates blocks. It creates sabotages. So yeah, you know that you have a limiting belief if you've set some goals and you're finding it really difficult to achieve those goals, and you know where you want to go and what you want to do. Especially, let's look at it from a business perspective. You've set some income goals and some client goals and things like that, but you're not actually getting there with it. So you know that there's a block in the way there. There's something going on, a limiting belief that you've got playing out that is essentially holding you back and sabotaging you.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of it I've found is fear. And
Yes.
sometimes it's fear that we're not born with fear. So you look at a beautiful baby or a toddler, they're fearless, they've got no fear. But a lot of the times we are told stories from our parents or our families, and then eventually we sort of build on that and it becomes our belief. And so a lot of us, if you look at the 9 to 5 job compared to what an entrepreneur is, and I get this still all the time, even with my beautiful roommate, she has asked me 3 times now what I do. And I explain it to her and she goes, oh, like she still sort of, because, and it's totally not her. I love that she's asking, but it's the fact that we are born and we come into this life and then we are brought up with an understanding of basically what our parents or our caregivers have, and then they've sort of put that onto us, and then anything out of that understanding feels really odd to us. It's against our belief, and our belief is basically built on someone else's belief, or the fear of something happening if we didn't follow that belief. So when I quit my job to go full time in my business, a lot of people's minds exploded because it was like, you can't do that.
No, because we're kind of brought up that you've got to work for someone. You know, you go to uni and you get a degree and then you go and do that degree for somebody else.
Yeah.
So
work hard, remember?
Yeah, that's right.
You've got to work hard.
Work hard for your
money. Work hard for your money.
Yeah.
And so we're going to be covering the money mindset stuff in week 4 because that's another huge one that all of us seem to have because that's what we were brought up.
Yeah.
And yes, of course you need to do stuff to earn your money and you need to put things into place, but you don't need to work hard. You don't need to kill yourself. You don't need to work a 9 to 5 job. And there's a lot of, things out there that we just grow and adapt to because that's how we're brought up. But it is not... your reality is what you make it. And so what we really want to work on today is looking at those old stories and those old beliefs and basically kicking their butts and telling them that we don't want them anymore.
Yeah. Because all our beliefs are essentially coming from our thoughts. Everything that we create into this reality, it all starts with a thought. doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then that thought creates. So, if you're not getting where you want to go, then you've got to look at where your thoughts are. And that's that whole belief system and the stories that are playing over in your mind. So it's all mindset.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And once you know how to, it's super easy to start to see where it is holding you back in your life. And it's super easy just to clear it and get it moving on, get that energy moving on.
Yes, absolutely.
Hey, Rachel.
Hey, Rach. Hi, everyone who's joined us,
hello.
and to those who will be coming to watch afterwards. So this is a huge topic, and this is why we wanted to cover it before we look at planning and vision boarding, because doesn't matter what you're going to put on a plan or a vision board, if you haven't cleared what's in your mind and you're like putting it on there going, I'm putting it on there, but I really can't do it. I can't do
really
it.
Believe
but
it,
I'll put it up there because it looks
Yeah.
pretty. But if you keep doing that, then you're already putting that energy into this thing to say that it's not going to work.
Yeah. And it won't work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we would like to clear those things today. Excuse my doggy. We would.
Welcome to real life.
Yes, this is what working at home sounds like. Axel, come here. So the more that we work on these things, come say hello, Axel.
This is a little puppy.
Hi. It's got a big ferocious bark. The more that we work on these things and clear, and now I'm going to tell you, there's not just going to be one thing that you have. There's going to probably be many, because we, over the years, over parents, ancestors, what was that word used before?
Past lives.
Past
We call it
lives.
with past lives. So if you've got these blocks going on, I call these limiting beliefs a block. So I look at the system, our energy system, like a channel of, I look at it like a gutter, that you have around your house. And if it's got all leaves in it, which are the limiting beliefs, it's blocking that flow of energy, which you need to be able to move forward and get to where you're wanting to go. So, that's where we're going with the past lives. So, if you've been working on maybe with a coach or a counsellor or someone like that and you're not getting anywhere, it's possible that it's something from a past life that you've carried over with you.
Yeah.
Because we do bring all these beautiful lessons with us through our lifetimes.
Carrie's been working on one of mine for 7 years with me. Well, not for 7 years, but it's one of those things. If there's a thing or a moment or something that you are trying to shake or you're trying to move forward from, but you keep finding yourself in that same position. And a lot of the times you can say, oh no, but I'm totally over it. I'm totally done. But it's built into your subconscious. And once it's there for years and years and years, it is hard to shake. It is really hard to shake. So you have to keep doing this work and really getting deep down into what that thought is. What's that old story? Why can't you shake it? There's a reason you can't shake it, because you probably haven't got deep enough yet just to really sort it out.
Exactly. A lot of us live very unconsciously, like we live from the outside and not really from the inside. So when you can connect to yourself and come and be from an inside space, you can really pick up what's going on.
Yeah.
And what's holding on in your body, the more connection you have with yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. So we do have a little activity to do with you today, because this is something that will help, and it's something that you can actually use yourself in the future anytime something comes up that is sort of sticking you. So if you haven't already, please grab a pen and a paper. Pen and paper. And if you haven't, go and grab yourself a drink. But I want you to really work on this. Now, you probably don't have time right now to do every single belief that you have. But what I want you to do is think about your main stuff. So when we go through these questions, I want you to think about your one main thing, your one main goal. What's your one main vision? And then we're going to start really just drilling down on that so that we can maybe see what it is that's holding you back from it, and then start creating a new story around it.
Yeah.
Because that is all it is. It's about
Mm.
interrupting that old pattern, creating a new pattern.
And generally, I find a lot of the time when you recognise what it is that's been blocking you, and you can even call it a sabotage. So what it is that's been in the way, stopping you, sabotaging you. Once you acknowledge it, you can feel the energy shift and release away anyway. So you don't really need to do any more work on it. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. All right, so have your pen and paper. Now, if we sort of go too fast today, it's okay. Just make sure you've got the questions written out. What we will do after the live today is I'll write the questions down in the comments box under the live, so that you can maybe copy and paste them, put them on your notes on the computer, and then just keep filling them out as you go. So firstly, what I want you to do today, this is an experience I want you to feel from your heart. So I want you to think about it, really feel it, smell it, really experience what it feels like right now. And then when we get to the end of the exercise, I want you to do the same thing again once we rewrite it. So I really want you to embody this process right now. So firstly, I want you to write down what is your big vision goal if there were no limits. So if there was absolutely nothing in the world to stop you from achieving what you want to achieve, what is that? What is that you want to achieve? So just write that down.
We need some music.
We'll just dance for you. Okay. Now, while you're writing that down, the next question is, why do you want to achieve that? Like, what is it about that goal that really drives you? Like, what is it that really makes you want to achieve it? And I think having that thought behind it, you can have a big vision, you can have a goal, but it's the why. What drives you into it?
Because that's going to create that energy to keep it flowing forward and to get you to where you want to go and create that alignment.
It's the drive force.
It is.
Without the drive force, it's just a big cloud of dreams.
Yeah, that's right. And you'll find that you'll get really confused as well if you don't have a really clear why.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, you'll be off path and.
Yeah. Okay, so that last one was, why do you want to achieve it? What's the driving force there? Okay. So now I want you to think about this beautiful big goal and why you want to achieve it. And then already there will be some things going off in your head. They'll be like going crazy. I want to achieve it, but holy hell, I don't think I can. So when you think about achieving this goal, I want you to think what it is in your head right now that's going, no, you can't. Like, is there something in there? So what's stopping you from achieving this goal? Why haven't you achieved it already? So have a think about why you haven't achieved it, what's stopping you, and write that down. It's really hot right here. I need a little fan. Beautiful weather though. Okay, so we're going to go a little bit deeper into that. So you've worked out what it is that's stopping you. Really, why is it stopping you? Why is it doing it? What's that deeper feeling in there? Is it because your family won't accept you if you do this thing that's so freaking crazy? That's like crazy. No one in your family's ever done it. So it's like, whoa, that's a crazy dream. Why has it, what stopped you? Like, why has it stopped you so much to not be able to achieve it? So just think really deep on that.
Yeah, like just tap into yourself and listen to the stories that start to come up. They'll just start to pop up if you allow it to, and then just write them down as they pop up one by one.
Yeah.
You just ask yourself, what stories are coming up for me?
Yeah. And now I want you to feel free, either right now or as you're watching the replay to just add in the comments anything that comes up for you. And now I want you to know that this is such a safe space. Trust me, if you've heard some of the stuff that we've had that blocked us, it's a safe space.
Yeah.
We all have these blocks. It's totally normal. It's totally human. So if you feel comfortable sharing, then we're here for you to listen.
It's
and
a supportive space.
Yeah.
But our blocks are part of our evolution. Like, we're here to evolve and grow constantly. So everything that's happened this lifetime and past lifetimes is here to evolve us and to expand us into a higher space all the time. So you're never going to just be clearing one set of blocks and then that's it, you're free. It's always, you're going to be constantly evolving and clearing as you go. But once you know the process and you can work through what Teresa's doing, it gives you a little tool to work through to clear it a lot quicker. Yeah.
Absolutely. So what we want to do now is we've got all this written down. We've got your goals. We've got what it is that's stopping you, and we've really thought deep about it. So what I want to do is start to reframe your mind, reframe what it is that you've just written down. So I'm going to give you an example. What we're going to basically do is change this into something a bit more positive. So let's just say your big goal is to become an entrepreneur who earns $1 million a year, and you want to do this by being a coach. Okay, so the thing that's stopping you is because the fear of your family not understanding you. You think $1 million is like way too crazy. Like no one in my family's ever even come close to earning that.
There's generally going to be like that fear of judgment of others, what other people are going to think of me. So
that's sort of how you're feeling. It's just it's too much. You want it, but it's like it's not. I can't do it. I can't do it. Okay, so what I want you to do is reframe what you've just said, what you've written down. So I want you to turn it into something positive. So I can become $1 million earning entrepreneur doing coaching because I am a successful coach, and the skills that I have, people in the world need. I am successful. So I want you to reframe it into something positive. And the more that you write it, once you write it and it sounds right and it feels more positive, I want you to write it out 10 times. And then a really good exercise, if you've written it out and it's still sort of feeling like, do it 10 times for the next couple of days until you are bloody sure that you have rewritten that story.
And you'll know that you've rewritten it and you've cleared that block, because it won't feel like it's unachievable now. It'll feel like, easy. I can do that. So you'll know, that's how you know whether you've cleared it or not. Yeah. And if it's still coming up a little bit of a feeling of, I don't know, just keep repeating the same process.
Yeah. And this is why it's good to keep these questions, because it is something that you can do often, and there is going to be other things that come up. And so it is a great idea to work your way through these things as they come up and turn them into something positive. Do your affirmations. If you feel good about it, write them up, stick them everywhere. That's what I used to do, stick them on cardboard, little cardboard things, and stick them everywhere so that you can reaffirm it, reread it, change that story. It is really just about rewiring your brain to have a new belief. You've had a new belief before. You came into this world with no beliefs.
Yeah.
You came in fresh. And over the years and different things have probably triggered it, and then all of these beliefs have come into your mind. So you have the power to rewrite it and change it.
Yeah. And the fastest way that I find I do it, if I've got a negative story coming up, is I flip that negative story into a positive, which is the process what Teresa's just done. So if I'm saying to myself that, I'm not good enough, I'll flip it around to say, I am good enough. I am enough. So it's just a really quick little process you can do.
Yeah, perfect.
Yes.
So that's the exercise. As I said, I'll put the questions in the comments. One of the tools that we we feel is a great one to do though is as you are coming up with these old stories, write them out on a separate piece of paper and then just start tearing them into each one. And you can then do a little ceremony.
Yeah, it's like a little ritual that you can do, a little release ritual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it depends how safe you feel. We were just talking about this before we come on. We would like to give a safety warning before we tell you to do this. But rip them up individually, find a safe space and a contained space. I actually have a little tin bucket, which was Reese's, I don't know, had some chalk in there or something, but it's a little tin bucket. So find something, a safe environment, and put them in there and burn them.
Yeah.
Burn them.
And as you're doing, as you're ripping it, say to your mind, body, and soul, I release whatever it is in that bit of paper. Like I release that I believe that I can't earn $1 million. I release that I don't feel good enough, and then pop them in, and just feel it release from your body because you're setting that intent that you're releasing it.
Yeah. So it's just an extra. It's like we've wrote it out, we've rewrote the story, and now we're burning it, and we're just getting rid of it. We're releasing it. It's done.
Yeah, it is done. That's right.
And I found that was probably the most powerful part of this process for me was letting it go. It was done.
Because you're letting yourself know that you're done with that now. You're ready to move on, and you're ready to achieve great things.
Yes. It's very freeing and releases a lot of stuff. So
do you generally find that you just become really light once you go through this process?
Yeah.
Because when we're holding on to these beliefs, it feels quite heavy in the body, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like it really holds a really heavy energy because it's negative. It's a negative vibration.
I love that, Rach. Rach has just said you could freeze them. Oops. If fire scares you. It's a bloody statement. That is a great way to go. Because
cool.
Fire does get a bit scary. But anything like that, or even another lady was telling me just to tear them just in tiny little bits, like just really destroy them.
It's really just going through that process of releasing. So how you might even come up with another way of doing it.
Yeah. But that's the process, and I think just you getting it out of your body.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how you eliminate them.
But you're making that decision, aren't you?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, well, I was just going to say, like, I buy these little journals from Officeworks, and they're like not even $4, and I use these to do my journaling in. So I'll release a lot of blocks. So if I feel something coming up, I'll generally just sit there and write it down. So, you know, at the start of this year, I'm setting some really big goals for this year, and I know that you are too for your business and in your life. And so I really like to sit and write because I think that when you're writing it down, it has a lot more power in it. And so I will just let my body allow to come up what it is holding me back. So I'll write down what I want to achieve, my financial goals and my business goals, and the work that I want to put out to the world and my message. And then I'll allow my body to bring up the beliefs that I have around that, and then I'll write them down. And just by acknowledging what I'm holding on to unconsciously helps to shift that energy as well. So that's another little process that I like to do. I pretty much do this every morning actually when I wake up, and I'm setting my intention for the day and for the year, just reiterating all the time where I'm heading and what I want to achieve for the year in my business. And then I'll just journal out any yucky stories that are coming up. Like generally we're not good enough.
Yeah.
Isn't it? That's pretty a common belief for everybody.
Syndrome.
Yeah.
We all seem to have it.
And we are good enough. That's why we're here doing this work, right? So
and that comes back to that old, it's not 9 to 5. You're not working for someone else. Who are you to know what you're doing?
Yeah.
You know, but you do know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're amazing at what you do.
Yeah.
You had that little spark in there, and it's been lit. So just keep rolling with it. And you know, like the whole entrepreneur journey is a real shitload of personal development.
Oh, absolutely. Because your business is you. It's an energetic part of you.
Yeah.
So whatever you're holding on to is going to come up in your business as well.
And I don't know, I do know because Kerry and I have known each other for a few years now, but I know both of us have grown a lot on this journey, and a lot of blocks have come up for us, and and it's just about working through them and pushing past them to the next one, and
not letting them hold you back. That's
No.
the key, isn't it? Work through it as it comes up, work through it, and continuously just keep walking forward. And
exactly. And if you did want further help on the limiting beliefs and the blocks and things like that, this is something that Kerry does amazing, because she works on the energies and the energy fields.
Yeah, so a lot of the time people aren't even aware of what's going on in their body, but I'm just able to tap in and read the energy body and just go, this is what's holding you back, this is what's going on. And whether it's from this lifetime or a past lifetime. So I have a lot of women coming because they want to scale up their income, or they want to attract the right kind of clients, or they're not sure whether they should release this program or this program. And so I'll tap in energetically and kind of give them guidance and clear whatever blocks are in the way from them achieving their financial goals or those client goals.
Yeah, and she's amazing.
Thank you.
I think I was there for 3 hours the first time. But it is good, and a lot of my stuff was past life stuff as well. So
it is, because we've had multiple lives, and so it's like we're always evolving. And we bring it through with us. Yeah,
exactly. So that is pretty much it for today.
What about what you do? How do you help people?
Oh,
yes. Because Teresa's amazing too. Teresa's actually helped me a lot in my business too.
I have, but we're following weeks now. Well, I do holistic business coaching, so I'm more of the practically kind of business coaching side of things, which will come in handy when we're doing our planning and things down the track. So Kerry and I have actually had a little meeting this morning talking about the different things that our beautiful collective are going to be starting to do over pretty much starting from now. So what we have noticed, especially over the last couple of weeks, this amazing community is getting buzzing, which is beautiful, because this is exactly what we wanted. And the people who are coming in, how amazing was Isa yesterday? Isa,
thank you.
You were so amazing.
Much. It was awesome.
And you know what I really loved, and I don't think she'll mind me sharing this. She is a bomb at what she does. She's a specialist, but she is also just getting used to doing Facebook Lives. But she came out yesterday, she killed it.
Yeah.
And I think the thing is, this is what this group's about.
Yeah.
We are filled with amazing women who have all of this stuff to offer, but we are still getting used to technology maybe, or Facebook Lives, or how to sort of get our reach out there. And then that's where we come in, because the whole idea of having the collective is that we want to help teach you how to market yourself authentically. And this is your audience, this beautiful audience.
And it's such a beautiful space, isn't it?
Yeah. So, and this is what we've been doing for so long. So we know where you're coming from, where you're starting from, because we've done the same.
Yeah.
And so we want to help guide you at the same time. So we're so excited about where things are going. We've got a few guests coming in the next couple of weeks who want to share their amazingness. And the invitation is still on the table. Please feel free to contact us if you have something you'd love to share with the group. Because this is what it's all about. But yes, we have a few announcements coming in the next probably week or so about different services we want to offer you, from knowing what it's like being a startup entrepreneur, or even someone who's scaling up their business. We know that you need support. We know it. We even need support.
And at the end of the day, our ultimate goal is for you to succeed.
Yes. So we've been putting our heads together about all the things that we needed on our journey. And a lot of that is things like, someone helping with business consulting, social media, website stuff. Holy crap, how many hours we've spent on websites. But these are all things that Kerry and I actually know how to do really well now, because we've spent years doing them. So we also want to offer our services helping you with that stuff. So there will be a new services tab on the website that has our coaching and our services helping you with that sort of back end stuff of your business. So keep your eye out for that. And yes, please keep sharing.
Yeah. So the whole aim of this masterclass series, there's the 4 of them, is to get you planning and kickstart your business in 2021. Like I said, we really want everyone to be successful. So we've had the limiting beliefs, which is the number one thing that's going to hold you back. And then next week we're going to be talking about planning, which is going to be really exciting.
Yes. All
That's
of
where
the
we get
weeks.
into the cool stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
All of the weeks are going to weave in together.
Yeah, because we've kind of worked with the starting point to the end point, like
Yes.
what's most relevant. Yeah.
Yeah, and it just will be such a benefit, like to be able to do this together for one, having to be able to support each other, and I think just having some sort of plan there to kickstart your year. And then knowing that you've got the community behind you as well.
Yeah, that's right, to support you to make sure that you get to where you want to go and achieve those goals this year. That's what we're all about in this space.
Yes. And thank you too for those who have been taking part on our in our competition. We were so excited to get to 200, and
cool.
I think we've grown a few since then. But if you haven't checked it out, the competition goes till tomorrow, but maybe we could just extend it for a few days.
Why not?
But if you haven't checked it out yet, the prize is a coaching session with me, but also winning a monthly membership as an exclusive member of the collective. And if you haven't checked out what that is yet, definitely go check it out, because it means that you get to post your blogs on our website. You get to be marketed on our social media. You get to do lives in our groups, promote your items.
So it's a really great space to build your business and get your confidence up as well. If you haven't done many lives before, it's such a great community to get into to be able to do that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Get your confidence up. And,
And the exclusive members have their own exclusive private Facebook group now, which will also have education modules in there. So we're going to be like we're going to build a membership site, which we probably will still have alongside, because God knows what's happening to Facebook. But we're going to have them two separate things, but we're thinking of creating this beautiful membership as somewhere where you can come and learn the things that you need to run your business, as well as have the opportunity to market yourself in front of your ideal clients.
Yeah.
So
totally, and it's also a great way for people to see what you're doing and offer collaborations with each other as well.
Yeah, collaborations are key. Yeah. If you have not, our beautiful Rachel, who is like commenting, which we miss so much.
I do.
We had a little business group a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it was so good.
And it was amazing, because we were all very aligned and like-minded, and we were able to run ideas off each other and things like that, and connect and collaborate, because we were in sort of different things but similar things. So friends like that you make in these communities, you make for life. Carrie's a friend for life. Rachel's definitely a friend for life. And there's a lot that Kath and Krishna and lots of people that we've met in these little groups that we've made.
I think we met through an online group.
We did a very, very big one.
Yeah, it was.
Had ridiculously 10,000 people, which is probably actually quite small now if you look at that other big one we were looking at the other day. But we just we were in a big group. We did a Sunshine Coast meetup, and that's where I met Kerry and we met Joe and Ilka. We met amazing ladies that day who we've all still stayed in contact with and will forever. That's the beauty of this. So the worst thing is when you start out. When I started out, I felt so alone because no one I knew was doing. I started off doing health coaching. No one I knew was a health coach apart from people in America. I didn't have any support system. My family thought I was cuckoo. My friends thought I was cuckoo. So I had no support and nobody who really understood what I had to go through, that I actually did work every day. It wasn't like I just sat there I actually was doing my own marketing, trying to build my website. A lot of people looking from the outside in don't understand that, but we do. So that's what this is about.
And that's where it was great, where we had that, that collaboration with each other and other people in the group, like the beautiful Rachel, that because you can bounce ideas off each other and get other opinions, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm really hoping for in this space.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for some face-to-face meetups as well, wherever you
Yes.
are around the world, and those collaborations and just
Yeah.
supporting each other.
And I
It's
do
so important.
apologise. We were going to do the room today. So I've been hearing all about these rooms and how they're great. But I was worried that if we did it in the room, people who didn't get to come on wouldn't get to watch the replay. And I didn't want to risk it because I know that there was going to be valuable content. So all of the 4 weeks will be done as a live until I can work out the rooms.
Well, if you've done a room before,
Yes,
please
please.
let us know in the comments
Yes.
whether it saves like a live does
Yeah.
and people can re-watch it.
Yeah.
If you're watching this on a replay, just hashtag replay so we know you've jumped in. Say hello. Tell us where you're from, guys.
Yes, please.
Whereabouts are you from around the world?
Because we were
So
trying
can
to
see.
talk about that this morning.
Yeah.
We feel like we have a collective bunch pretty much all around the world, but we want to know exactly where you
Yeah,
are.
that'd
So,
be really cool.
yes,
Yeah.
and share some of the stuff that you have busted today. That would be great as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And reach out for some support if you need it.
Yes. Once we have the services all up and running on the page on the website, I'll share it with you. Because please feel free to reach out to us. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
This is our passion, and we very much. This is going to be our full-time job. It is. We've busted that belief.
Yeah.
This is us.
Yeah.
We've made it. So this is what we want to do, and we want to be able to support you. So whatever you need, reach out and let us know.
Yeah. Sounds awesome.
Awesome. All
All
right.
right. Have a great day, guys.
Yes, thank you. Love you lots.
See you guys.
See you next
Bye,
week.
Rachel.
Bye. Bye, Reggie.